Hello children. Today's topic of our discussion is Human Genome Project. Now before we go into the details of this whole project, we were discussing throughout this chapter about the genetic code. We are discussing about the DNA, we are discussing about the structure of the DNA, we are discussing about how the DNA actually functions, that from DNA messenger RNA is formed, then from messenger RNA the proteins are formed, transcription, translation, central dogma, all these things we have been discussing in this whole chapter up till now. But the crust of the whole chapter lies in the genetic material, lies in the DNA. And that DNA, which is the blueprint of the human being, was deciphered with the help of the project called as Human Genome Project. Now you can imagine, inside the cell we have nucleus, inside the nucleus we have chromatin network, inside the chromatin network we have chromosomes, then chromosomes are made up of genes and genes have this DNA as a chemical composition. So ultimately it is the DNA which makes an organism, which is the blueprint of an organism. So there was a time, that is in 1990, when scientists decided to decipher the whole of the human genome which is there with us. We have such big DNA present with us that if you can imagine that if you can make a single strand of a DNA, it can go to the moon and come back some 600 times. So it's a big DNA. And this Herculean task the scientists took over for deciphering each and every genetic base of the DNA so that the whole of the human genome can be decoded. And the project was called as Human Genome Project. It was an ambitious project, a mega project, and started in 1990 and completed in 2003, some 2 to 3 years well in advance. It was mega project in all sense. When you talk about the money involved in it, it was around 9 billion US dollar at that time, plus huge amount of data which it generated. Plus there were so many different companies who were, or different nations who have played a role in going through this Human Genome Project. In the slide you can see the countries like UK, Japan, France, Germany, China. They all contributed in going through this Human Genome Project. And because of this Human Genome Project, there was one branch called as bioinformatics that came into picture, and that holded a prominent feature at that time. Now what is bioinformatics? Bioinformatics is a branch of science which deals with which deals with computers. It is actually storing the data in computers. It is actually taking the help of the computers to decode the biological sequences. And this bioinformatics have its, like you can see in the diagram, it has its some parts coming from the engineering part, some from the mathematics, from the statistics, biology, chemistry. So it is a kind of, you can say, a kind of integrated branch. And this particular project actually gave birth, or you can say gave importance to this branch, which led to the development of this branch. When we talk about the goals of the Human Genome Project, it was to identify some 20 to 25,000 genes which are present in the human DNA, and it was considered that this was the actual amount of DNA which is there. Otherwise we have all repeated sequencing of the DNA. We have single nucleotide pairs present in it, which comprises of the whole of the DNA. And we have a little information also from our previous lectures that we have two types of DNA present with us, or two types of chromatin network is there, heterochromatin and euchromatin, and you know that euchromatin is the functional one and heterochromatin is a kind of a junk DNA. So here also that thing came into picture, that there were some around 20 to 25,000 of genes which are present in the human DNA, which has to be coded. Then to determine all the 3 billion chemical base pair sequences which make up the human DNA. Now you can imagine 3 billion chemical base pair. Billion chemical base pair means adenine, guanine, adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. Like that base pairs are there. They are around 3 billion in number. Now because of this, huge data was generated, so they should have proper devices to store that huge data, plus go for the analysis of that particular data. Plus whatever information which they obtained from the Human Genome Project should be utilized by different kind of industries, especially when we talk about the medical field. And in the medical field, we have many genetic disorders present where the problem lies actually into the genes. And because of this project, if we can decode the whole of the human genome, we can actually find which number, which place of that particular whole of the genome is defective, and what kind of problems that can bring and how it can be rectified. So the information which was obtained from this Human Genome Project can be used by the medical field for the betterment of the people. Plus, when we are dealing with the genetic code of the human beings, definitely there will be some ethical issues, some legal issues, and social issues. Some people will be thinking that it is wrong, like we should not decode the DNA, or whether it is legally correct or not. All these things will come up. So once this kind of issues are there, they can be addressed with the proper scientific knowledge about the human genome. For all that was also one of the goals of the Human Genome Project. In this slide you can see the whole of the human genome, which was declared on, what you can say, it was published on 14th April 2003. It's in the form of a pie chart. So there are so many different enzyme coding sequences which you can see in this pie chart, which is not even clearly observed. So you can imagine how much complex our DNA is, how much information our DNA is having. What was the advantage of this Human Genome Project? DNA variations can be studied, which can lead to revolutionary new ways to diagnose and treat many disorders or diseases. Now this directly points to the genetic disorders which passes on from one generation to next generation, and it is actually the DNA which is inherited from one generation to next generation. So if there is some problem with the DNA, there is a defective DNA, there is a defective allele, because of this Human Genome Project, that can be identified. And I'll not say they will change it, but yes, they can at least work on it, that okay, out of 23 pairs of chromosome, which particular pair the problem is, and in that pair also which particular nucleotide is creating problem, which can be replaced if possible, or its expression can be changed as the technology progresses. Remember, this whole thing was done long back. It was in 1990, where today's technology was not available, but still it was a milestone from where today's biotechnology is gaining much information and much knowledge. And yes, definitely the technology is improving. We have better and better methods to find out. You can think with this particular statement itself that human genome took around 13 years to decode, but today if we want to decode our whole genome, it takes hardly 2 to 3 days. So again, imagine how much difference the technology has gone through. Next one, it provides clues to understand the human biology. And more information can be obtained for about non-human organisms like bacteria, yeast, nematoda, fruit fly, plants, rice, etc. Remember, when we talk about the genetic code, when we talk about adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine, these nucleotide bases, they remain same throughout the living system. That living system can be human being, can be a bacteria, can be an yeast, can be a nematoda, any of them. So if we know about them, we have some or the other information about other organisms also. And this thing also is very much clear to all of us, that if you talk about two human beings, nearly 99.9% of the DNA present with the two human beings is nearly same. That is 0.1 difference that makes us, all of us, so much of a part, whether it is look wise, whether it is behavior wise, whether it is physiological wise, working of the body, resistance of the body, all that thing comes from that 0.1 difference, 0.1% difference in the DNA of each of the human beings. Otherwise, each of the human being, every human being will be having 99.9% similar DNA. So this was a general information about this Human Genome Project, and let's just now revise it out what we have just discussed about it. Like we have talked about why it is called as mega project, because of the money involved in it, because of the huge information which was gathered from this project, plus so many countries who participated in this Human Genome Project. That is why it was called as mega project. When we talk about the goals of the HGP, goals means they have got they wanted to decipher the genes, which were around 20,000 to 25,000 in number, some 3 billion chemical base pairs. Huge information was generated, which was stored and analyzed accordingly, and various industries, the benefits of this Human Genome Project was given to various industries, especially the medical field, and ethical, legal, and social issues were addressed with the help of these Human Genome Project.
Human Genome Project. Human Genome Project is an international specific research project with the primary goal of determining the sequence of chemical base pair which makes up DNA, and of identifying and mapping approximately 20,000 to 25,000 genes of the human genome from both physical and functional standpoint. Genetic makeup of an organism lies in DNA sequences. If two individuals differ, then their DNA sequences should also differ, at least in some places. This led to the finding out complete DNA sequence of human genome. As a result, a project of sequencing human genome was launched in the year 1990. HGP, Human Genome Project, was called Mega Project. Human genome is said to have 3 times 10 power 9 base pairs, and the total estimated cost of the project would be $9 billion. The enormous data necessitated the use of high-speed computational devices for data storage, retrieval, and analysis. HGP was closely associated with the rapid development of new area in biology called as bioinformatics. The objective is to find disease-causing genes and probably use the information to develop more specific treatments. It also may be possible to locate patterns in gene expression, which could help physicians gain insight into the body's emergent properties. HGP main objective is to understand the genetic makeup of human species. It originally aimed to map the nucleotides contained in human haploid reference genome. The genome of any given individual is unique. Mapping the human genome involves sequencing multiple variations of each gene. Goals of HGP: 1. Identify 20,000 to 25,000 genes in human DNA. 2. Determine the sequences of the 3 billion chemical base pairs that make up human DNA. 3. Store this information in database. 4. Improve tools for data analysis. 5. Transfer related technologies to other sectors, industries. 6. Address ethical, legal, and social issues that may